blueberry. Hey everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name's Meredith Phillips, and today we're going to be reviewing Q1 because we are officially 25% of the way into the year, which is wild. So yeah, I wanted to just look back at the previous quarter, see what I was able to do, what is still left to do, and what I think I will be able to accomplish in the second quarter, which will bring us to the halfway point in the year. We're getting ahead of ourselves. Let's not panic. It's fine. If you've been keeping up with my vlogs, you know that I've had a pretty good quarter, okay? Has it been the best quarter ever? Actually, yes, maybe. I've gotten a lot done, and I'm really excited about the project. I know I keep saying that, but it's true. I'm really into it, and I'm making excellent progress. So if you're new around here, or you're kind of catching up on things with me and my writing journey, I am currently working on a Regency romance. I did a first draft during NaNoWriMo this past year in 2022, and then just sort of let it sit during December. I had finished the entire project. I wrote the end, so it was finished. The beginning of January, I did a massive reread of it. I wasn't taking notes or doing anything crazy. I was just rereading the whole project. I loved it. It needed help. Was not perfect, but I reread the whole thing and I really enjoyed it. I spent some time in January just sort of like brainstorming and thinking of what needs to change or what I wanted to improve or fiddle with, you know, all that kind of stuff, sort of taking notes on it. And then in February, I got started with actually doing some of the revision work, which was scary because historically Meredith has not been great at revision, but I'm finding that this project is different than every other project I've ever done, and I'm actually really enjoying the revision process, which is wild. I also, in February, managed to find not one, but 2 critique partners, which is crazy. But I've been working with them and reading their stuff and sending them mine and getting feedback and changing things and taking their suggestions and all this kind of stuff, and it's been great. And now here we are at the end, really at the beginning of April, I guess, end of March, beginning of April. I am getting very close to completing my own personal revisions of the first draft to create a completed second draft, which is crazy. And I'm also trying to go in and start working on implementing some of the feedback I've gotten from my critique partners. My original goal was to have a second draft completed by the end of April. We are currently on track for hitting that with absolutely no problems. I have less than 10 chapters left at this point that I need to work on revising, and this is just taking my own notes and ideas and implementing them. This is not actually implementing some of the feedback I've gotten. So my plan is to finish out my own personal stuff, my own personal revisions, to have that second draft finished. And then I'm gonna go back and start working in some of the critique stuff. And there's also other threads that I'm realizing as I've gotten farther into this second draft revision, where I'm like, hey, wait, you just sort of like left this piece way back in like chapter 4, you know? So I'm going back and like realizing, okay, you need to do something with that, and da, da, da. So anyway, yeah, I'm really excited. Can you tell? I'm so excited. End of April, we're gonna complete that second draft. I'll get through whatever amount of the critique partner feedback that I'm able to get through. At the end of April, I am going to take a chunky little break. I have my brother coming to visit the first week of May. Then there's gonna be like 4 days where nothing's happening and I have to like go to work, which is annoying. And then on the 12th, y'all know it's gonna be Zelda time. It's gonna be Zelda time. I've taken off the entire week of the 12th through the 19th, and I'm just gonna play the new Zelda game for like 16 hours a day and just hopefully have the best time of my entire life. So I'm gonna take those like first 3 weeks of May just completely off and not worry about working on the project or doing anything like that. I'm just going to relax, enjoy family visits and video games and have a good time, and then dive back into revisions by the end of May. By the end of June, which will be the end of the second quarter, we'll be at the halfway point in the year. I want to be finished working in the critique partner feedback and have sort of like a third draft. completed, which sounds wild. If you guys were here last year, or even like the year before where I was working on revisions, like it took me all year to do like a second draft. And the idea that I'm gonna have a completed second draft within like 4 months, nuts. I do think I know why this round of revisions, or this project in general, has been easier to revise than past projects. The revision actually started in the outlining phase. I did a huge amount of work outlining this project. Very, very detailed outline, scene by scene breakdowns, and then inside the scenes, we broke down the scenes, okay? Was the outline like perfect? Is everything perfect? No, obviously. But taking that time to do all of those breakdowns and outlines and thinking through the entire story in that stage has made this stage so much better. It's been so much easier. I didn't let myself figure it out during the first draft because I know myself. I'm not gonna figure it out. I'm not gonna be able to close plot holes that were present in the outline. That's not gonna work for me. And so I did a lot of fiddling and work in that outlining stage, and I think that's why it's been so much easier for me. Again, I know that's not like the process that works for everybody, but it's working for me. So by the end of the second quarter, I think I will be able to produce a third draft. And then after that, I don't really know exactly where I'm gonna go with it. And I'm not too worried about that. Like, it might need a fourth draft. I don't know. There'll be a point where I get to go in. This is the part I'm really excited about, okay? This is gonna sound so dorky, but we're writers, okay? What do you want? I can't wait for the draft where I can go in and really get nitpicky with like sentence level stuff and like figuring out different words to use and like fiddling with the syntax and things like that. I am going to absolutely love that. It's going to be tedious and it's going to be glorious. So maybe that'll be like the fourth draft that I get to over the summer. Who knows? But yeah, that's the direction we're going with the project. Again, my overall like big audacious goal that I had back in January, that now I'm like, girl, yeah, you're totally gonna have this. That's not even gonna be a problem. You know, unless things go crazy. But at the moment, the big goal for the year was to have a manuscript that was ready to be queried by the end of the year, right? And at this point, I don't see how that wouldn't happen. I could be completely derailed in like 2 weeks, but at this point, that seems completely attainable, and then I'll be able to start querying in like January, February next year, which is just, that's exciting. I'm ready. I told you in January, this is the year. I'm ready. Let's get it done. And I'm doing it. I'm doing the thing. So very exciting. This coffee is either going to be the best idea I've had today or the worst. It's either going to make me less tired or it's going to make my headache worse. So yeah, that's the plan with the manuscript at this point. I'm just enjoying the ride, you guys. I'm just enjoying the ride. Other than that, I did have other goals, one of which was to be consistent on YouTube. Listen, I've had a hard time with consistency on YouTube. I think I'm just really interested in working on the project, and I'm like, I don't have time to set up cameras and lights. Are you crazy? Take time to edit? What? But I do enjoy making the videos. I'm just enjoying the writing a little bit more at the moment. Sorry. But I mean, like, that's how it's supposed to be, right? Anyway, I am gonna still try to be making videos for you guys. You know, every Friday throughout the coming months. May, like I said, I'm gonna be taking that break, and I'm probably gonna just take a break from videos at that point too, just cause like I won't be doing any writing, so there won't really be anything to share with you. Or I can do a complete review of the Zelda game if you want. That would like wreck the algorithm for my channel, so probably not, but I'm really excited about that. There was also a very exciting thing that happened a few weeks ago. If you've been on my channel here for like 2 years, 3 years. I think this was actually a thing I put in like my very first goal video, like at the end of 2020 or something ridiculous. There's been a house project that has been literally hanging over my head for years. And the house project was to replace the pull-down attic stair unit. Do you remember that one? Yeah, you remember because I've mentioned it in like every single goals video ever. I kept just not doing it. I would just not do it. And finally at the beginning of this year, I was like, this needs to happen. It is not that big a project. You just need to buy a stair unit and hire someone to install it. How hard is that? Apparently too hard for me because I was like, you know what? This is a project I'm gonna give to my husband. He's gonna do all of the work to set everything up. I am better at nagging than I am at setting up this project, apparently, because he actually did it. He purchased the unit. He scheduled an install guy to come out. I have also a question. I have no idea how this guy installed it. He was by himself. He was just one dude. I was in my office here with the door closed, like working. It was during a work day. And I was like, how do you get one unit down and then put the next? I don't know how that happened. But anyway, he did it. It's brand new and it's beautiful. It's not like creaky when you try to climb it. It's actually a solid unit now. So congratulations to us. Probably the simplest project on our entire house project list. And after 3 years, we finally completed it. So very good for us. So that's pretty much it. Just wanted to give you a little rundown of the past quarter, a little look ahead to the next quarter. The past couple weeks in our personal life have been a little tumultuous. So I'm really looking forward to like pushing through April and taking a well-deserved break and then coming back into it and doing more things with the work. I'd love to know how your first quarter of 2023 has gone. Are you on track for your yearly goals? Have you like not really started, or you got thrown off by some weird life thing going on? Let me know how you're doing, what kind of project you're working on, where you're hoping to be by the end of the second quarter. Do you set quarterly goals? Do you set monthly goals? Do you just sort of not set goals and just sort of work on things when you're able to? Let me know all that kind of stuff in the comments. If you liked this video, give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't already, you can click the subscribe button. I post videos usually on Fridays, okay? I'm really sorry that it's been inconsistent, but I'm trying. But usually on Fridays. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you next time. Bye.